dopest dope I've ever smoked. Hands down, dopest dope I've ever smoked.
It's not better than the Blue Oyster. You can't be. I can't handle better than
This is like...
Ready?
Me. Welcome to Smoke With Us. I didn't expect you to go one
I'm
straight into the other. I'm Blue.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Thank you for joining our El Virtual Smoke Circle.
That's Spanish for the virtual smoke circle.
Thank you guys for joining. At this point right now, I'm a 7. I like just haven't landed at it.
Yeah, I'm a 7. I don't know. I just been like high all day.
Same here.
So it just kind of
am I
like
really
like so. There's just a part of me that's like, man, I'm just high.
Yeah. So I've been vaping on Chem Dog all day. Out of the PAX 3, what have you been doing all day?
The Magic Flight box.
Oh yeah, nice little thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just smoked a bowl, smoked a joint, and we have one more waiting. Yeah, so this is the part where you shall want to pause the episode, catch up to us, get to a 7, and we'll see you on the other side. And we're back. Okay, so we have a couple things. One, shout out to Kelly Schmidt for Instagramming us. You are from Sweden, I believe, or I don't know. Yeah, you're from Sweden. Yeah, thank you so much for listening from Sweden. Yeah, we love that you guys reached out to us. Yeah, here's a shout out that you guys wanted. Woo.
And we got 100 Instagram followers, guys.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. We've grown so much in the past month, and it's making us really excited. Yeah, we're getting a lot.
Tell your friends.
Getting a lot of engagement on Insta. You know, that seems to be the hot spot.
Think about this, guys. If all 100 followers told 2 friends, then they follow. And then 2 friends. It's like a pyramid scheme logic, guys. Eventually, every person in the world would be a part of the Smoke With Us podcast. Do you know that? So, like, you know that pyramid scheme logic?
Yeah.
Where they try to wrangle you in that way. They're like, you tell 2 people, you tell 2 people, you tell 2 people. Look, that wasn't that hard. That's only like 4 things down. And then you're making like $5 million. and then they're like, but like, if you follow that same logic, I think you can only go down like 8 people before like everyone in the world has like multiplied.
Dude, those motherfuckers, man.
And
there have been so many conversations that I've had.
Dude, my favorite line I've heard from any one of those things is like, people want to say this is like a pyramid scheme because like, because it was like, well, not that was a pyramid scheme, because it was like this meeting. I got invited to like a legitimate meeting. They rent out a room in a hotel every week. Like one of those, like, you know, like the conference rooms. Yeah. They rent out a conference room. I mean, there was a lot of people. There's probably at least 100 people in this conference room every week, if not more. And everyone comes up like dressed up, like they're doing business. And every week, like a fucking church meeting, they have someone like give a little speech who's like doing well in the thing. So like they come up there, they're like, I was working as a waitress and da-da-da-da-da-da. And like, this is the lady I was hearing to speak. And she's like, they want to say it's a pyramid scheme, but this is what I'm saying. When I worked at the restaurant, I had a manager. And then that manager had a boss. And then that went up to the owner. And look, at the top, there's only one person. And she go, oh, what does that look like? That looks like a pyramid. Okay. So like every business is technically a pyramid. And I was like, bitch, I feel like I'm in a Scientology church right now.
Dude, oh my God.
Like one of those like circular logic places.
Well, the thing with it is too, I fucking hate the life insurance fucking pyramid schemes.
I haven't ever got on those.
Oh my God, dude. And you want to know that? Okay, I got a fucking story for you.
I've been from like fucking like Tupperware to like, these people just like had everything from like a grocery, like it was just a bunch of products, everything from like grocery bags to like knives. Till they did everything, right? To like shampoos. And then I also had like health food people, several health food places, which I'm like, dude, I'm fat. I don't understand why you think I can sell this.
No, you could be the success story.
Well, that's what they're hoping is you start taking
Yeah.
it, you start losing weight, and then you're like, my friends, look, I'm on Facebook. You see my big ass stomach, and now it's not as big ass stomach. Look,
all
you want
flabby?
this? You want this too? Message, DM me,
Oh my God, dude.
and then we'll both get rich together. Hee.
Back to the fucking life insurance things. Dude, I have a fucking story about one. I used to live with, 2 gay guys and a fucking female, and it was a great living situation.
2 gay guys and a fucking female? Like you?
No. 2 gay guys and a woman.
I was like a 3.
We were
like
all
a,
like,
like a
we were all like okay
gangbang
friends.
house.
And they worked, all of them worked, except for me, all of the people in my house worked at a fucking restaurant. And it was like one of those like fast restaurants. Like it wasn't
Like an Applebee's or something.
Yeah, like Chili's or some shit like that. Anyways, so they fucking meet this person, or no, this person has like a husband and she works there too, who's selling like this life insurance bullshit. They bring him over to our house, both of them. And they're like, oh, we're going to have a meeting, guys. And they felt bad. So they just said like, yeah, you can come talk. And I was in my room at the time when they came in, and I came out, I was like, hey, what's up, guys? There's so many people here. Cause that's just what we did. And they're like, yeah, there's this meeting. Come join us. And I was like, motherfucker. Cause like he was in like a suit kind of thing, or like a nice button down shirt. I knew exactly what was happening. I knew in that moment that I was getting suckered into something. And literally he looked at me, he's like, man, do you think you can do this? I was like, no. I was like, I don't want to fucking do this. I was like, no, like I got roped into this.
You're like, nope.
And just like, oh God, it's just so fucking annoying. I'm like, and how are these people, how are they getting rich? Like, I get it. I get how some people do get rich, but I feel like it's like a Ponzi scheme.
Well, my biggest thing is, so there was the first one that I ever got, like, went to on my own, knowing what it was, like not knowing what it was. I mean, like they got me. I was in college. A guy on my floor was like, I own a business. My parents own a business.
God.
They helped me start my business. And I was like, oh, what business do you have? And he's like, well, actually, like, he's like, do you want to own your own business? Like, like, blah, blah. I can tell you all about it. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. Like, I thought it was like a real thing. I'm like, yeah, totally. He's like, all right, meet me like here. And then like someone else was like leaving the room as I was getting there. And I was like, what? And he's like, oh yeah, I just talked to him about his business. I was like, oh, that's why I'm here too. Okay. And they're like, okay. And I go in and like, he's like sitting and has like folders and shit. And I was like, bro, I thought we were just like chilling. Like, I thought we were chilling and you were going to tell me about your business.
He had a pamphlet.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. And then he's like, and then my dad can really explain it to you really well. So I'll call him. And so his dad for conferences his dad talks to me about a lot. And like, and you know what? Like his dad had good credentials and his dad was making good money on it. And then he knew 1 or 2 other people that were making good money on it. Like they were telling me about it, And so I was like, is there money here? So I went deep as far as like, I went to basically everything I could without signing up. So like they had like a early morning meeting that me and like 5 other people went to, stuff like that. Anyway, like a call. It was like a call, like a call from like the CEO of the business. Oh my
God.
And I was just like, but then he kept telling me, I was like, okay, so maybe there is money here if you can get the people involved, and a lot of shit is kind of like popular shit, like you could sell it. And then I was like, so maybe, but then they kept telling me in the town I was living, and so my college, the town I went to college in is a college town. It's something like, it's either like 50% of its population. It's like 40 to 60. I can't remember exactly percent of its population are college kids because like just coming in because there's like 4 or 5 colleges there. And so like, it's not crazy huge, but it's like decent size. So you have everything you want there. But like, they kept telling me like, there were like several millionaires in that bad town from this business. And I was like, this seems like the lake is dry. Like, I wish you had told me about this 5 years ago.
Right?
Because they're like, you can come to this other meeting we have. And they're like, there's literally 5 people there that are making $1 million. And then I knew his parents were making like $500,000 from it. So I was like, how much more money is there in this town for the same thing? And that are people you haven't reached.
Right.
You know, I was like, because my main pool is college kids and they're poor. So like,
they'll be like, nah, dude.
Yeah. So I was like, nope. But yeah, it's just so, everything's a pyramid.
For sure, dude. Oh my God. Speaking of,
and I don't know how they make money. Like,
Dude, I just feel like there's like these little puppet people that are like in the back that like make all the true money.
no, well, the only way they can make money, like feasibly in my head too, it's like everything has to be like made by slaves, right? Like in other countries, like maybe they're not slaves, but they're making like 10 cents an hour and they're like 8.
Yeah.
Like that's the only way, right?
And it's like 10 cents to buy. No, it's like 15 to 20 cents to buy like the wholesale price.
Dude, you know we're gonna get like somebody that's like, I work for nutrition and our products are there's nothing like that. People are
Yeah, sorry. People, if you care about this,
honestly though,
we don't care.
I'm not disrespecting your hustle, honestly. If you are making money at this, dude, cool beans.
Just don't include me in it.
Cool beans. The only thing I would say to you is if there's any relationships you have right now, like friendships that aren't doing as well, and they happen to be doing really well when that friend was doing the same thing as you, maybe check into that. Because that's like the only thing that I've ever heard that was real shitty is like I knew people that were like doing it and they made okay money, but then they decided, they didn't want to talk to their friends about buying stuff from them anymore. So they pulled out, and then like someone they thought was their best friend basically stopped talking to them.
Oh my God.
And like, I don't even think it was like them being like mean. I think their mind is just like so on making money. So if you are hustling, making it, I'm just saying, maybe look at some past relationships. Maybe you need to rekindle some.
Speaking of like internet shit.
Real quick. All that to say, tell your friends. 100 followers. Woo.
Yeah.
Let's grow this bitch.
Hootie hoo. Speaking of internet scams, not scams, but internet things, conspiracies to be exact. Britney Spears, man, is in the headlines again.
Why?
But there's a new conspiracy going about that I wanted to tell you about. So
now she's an alien.
No. It's much. I don't know if it's better than that, but it's like
she's Draco Reptilian.
No. It's not. It's like sort of. You're like, maybe that. So there's a rumor going around that Britney Spears has been forced to sing the way that she sings.
Like,
now.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, because at the time that's what was popped. Like that was what was like kind of new, and like no one really had that like style of singing. But people say that on the Mickey Mouse Club, she has like a really good voice and like almost like Christina Aguilera like level. But because Christina and her were the same, and Christina's is so like undeniably indistinguishable, they made Britney change her voice when they signed her to make her like nasally and shit. And so there's a bunch of fucking people that are like, they have ruined Britney's life. And like they are taking control of her. But she did recently ask a judge to take her dad off of as her like conservator. And I think she's asking for the whole thing to be like removed.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of things about a lot of things on that one. So you know what? I'm just gonna watch. I don't really have a general opinion because like I've heard a lot of conflicting things. So I'm just gonna watch, see what happens.
But even at that point, like, even if they really did do that, you're so far into your career and your life that you're just like, meh.
It's like force her to sing. Okay, I think people are forgetting though. This bitch is a millionaire because of singing like that. So like forced her to sing that way. Sign me up for that again. Like if someone came to me and were like, "Hey, how about you go a little bit like this?" And then you're gonna be set for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
bitch, I'm gonna do it. Especially if they were right. And be like, thank you for telling me to sing like that.
Yeah, I just fucking live for it though. It's just so hilarious to me.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
It is, but I love conspiracies, so.
It's like, who knows? It could have been her idea.
I mean, if I were to think it was anyone's idea, it would be a label. Like picking her up. Because I think the Mickey Mouse Club was kind of designed at that time to like break young stars into like singing roles to kind of like
was it, or are we just saying that because now we know that like
well, no, I'm giving you my opinion on it. Like I don't know that for a fact.
I'm saying like, was that conscious or did it just do that?
It might have just did it, but
that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, do you think Hannah Montana like singing songs as well and releasing actual albums was to set up the rest of the Disney stars to do it, or were they like, hey, let's try this out, and then it was so successful they're like, maybe they can all do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know how conscious like certain things were. It was kind of like, what happens if we get these like really talented kids and have them all sing together?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they're like, wow, these people like these kids. Maybe one of them should release an album.
do you remember Miley Cyrus's? You probably don't, but she had this one fucking album after she got released as Hannah Montana. It was like the craziest like switch. She goes into like the song that's called I Can't Be Tamed or Can't Be Tamed.
Why do you think I want? Who doesn't know about this?
Oh, I don't know.
You're talking like it's an indie artist.
No, I'm saying the
Like,
album
back in 1975, the band.
No, I'm saying the album app like right after like it's like but
it's
no
like
one
chronicled as if you're about to say no one talks about this, everyone has talked about this.
Are you sure?
That's Hannah Montana went from nothing to throwing her vagina in people's faces.
No. Before the bangers shit. Before all that stuff. And this is like the music video for it is like super like it's tame, but it's like you can tell she's like trying to break out as being more sexual. And then like to go from that album to like bangers and she's just like
You're talking is the first album she released as Miley Cyrus, right?
yeah.
She's just like, I'm just not gonna do it, but she's still connected to Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that album.
Like everyone glossed over that record because it sucked. It was a piece of shit.
It was a bad record.
But like that one song, I was like,
I think everyone glossing over that record made her do what she did.
and yeah, but I think too when I saw that, I was like, yeah, this bitch is gonna go fucking nuts off that one song.
Oh, you saw that song and you were like, oh, I see
She
it.
was in a fucking cage, being like, I can't be tamed, and like dancing around and gyrating. I'm like, bitch, you about to bust out and be like, bitch, I'm here, eat my pussy.
I doubt you went that far in your head though,
No, I didn't get that far.
because I don't think anyone could have predicted how far out she was gonna go the other way.
Yeah, no, for sure. She went pretty far.
Yeah,
But now I think she's getting to a point.
I mean,
where,
she was like wearing strap-ons on stage,
yeah, I know.
giant strap-ons. They were huge.
I think she's getting to a point now where she's like settling. She's like, the dust is settling.
Yeah, she had to be like crazy one way, so she went crazy the other way. And now she's like, all right, now where do I really want to be now that I...
Hey, Miley, if you want to come smoke with us, let us know.
Let us know. Do you know Mia Khalifa?
Wiz Khalifa, what?
Wait, you threw it... Now I'm going to have to double check her name. Because if so, wow, they both do have it. Mia, the porn star.
No.
Yes, Mia Khalifa. You don't know the Mia Khalifa? She's like the biggest porn star for a while. Oh boy, I got a story for you. So Mia Khalifa came out, did some porn, got crazy famous, and it's because she was like the first, at least mainstream person, to do like a play on like Islam. So she wore like the head covering and stuff, and it was like she had sex with this dude, and it was like a rebellious thing, and so she got in big trouble for it, as far as like from the Muslim community. Death threats and stuff threw her into the thing. She is very attractive. She became the biggest porn star for a while. So biggest porn star in the world for like 3 years. Then she says she's going to end her porn career. And she does some other stuff. She's relatively successful. But then she starts ragging on her experience in porn. She's like, I was the biggest porn star in the world. I only got paid $12,000 in 6 months. For 6 months, the 6 months I did porn.
What?
Right? So you hear that and you're like, what? That's crazy. How is that? And then she says, like, people are forcing her to sign contracts and da-da-da-da. And she's like just shitting on the porn industry. And you hear the story and you're like, what? And like some people from the beginning were like, hey, some of this doesn't really add up. Like, she's the biggest porn star in the world. And we know porn girls that aren't as big as her who make good money. Like, so we don't understand. And she like quit on her own, you know? So anyways, but she's been talking like 2-3 years about that and like relatively unopposed besides the occasional person being like, it doesn't fully add up. And she's been shitting on like Bang Bros because she's working for them for a long time. So long story short, she gets interviewed recently, brings up the same stuff. Bang Bros, for whatever reason, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And Bang Bros has come out with receipts, bro.
Oh my God.
They released a whole video and it will show like what she says like in interviews. They'll be like, Mia says this. Bloop. And then she goes, and then they're like, and then this is what's actually facts. And so like she says she makes $1,200 in her
No, you mean 12,000.
Yeah, $12,000 for 6 months, right? in her time working for Bang Bros, they showed that she made $178,000 from Bang Bros alone.
Oh, God.
And they literally have the payment stubs. And so now she's saying that came from her doing some other work like on social media and stuff. But like all of it's still in the industry.
Yeah.
And then they were like, that's not including her camming money. And she did camming through them. And they showed that she made like a shit ton of money on camming. And then they were like, and then she said that like they were forcing her to do it or whatever. And like, so she's just kind of like, no. She messaged them and just said, hey, I'm done camming. I don't really want to do camming anymore, blah, blah, blah. And she said, she basically says that they didn't help her get in the limelight at all. Like her coming forward about how shitty it was got her in the limelight, which is not true. She's the biggest porn star in the world for a while. I realize like I'm getting into this because I heard this whole story, blew my mind. I do want to clarify. There are people that are treated shitty in the porn industry. I'm not saying the porn industry does not have bad things. Okay, I'm just saying this is crazy about Mia. So anyways, she goes and she says in the goodbye email to them, she goes, thank you. I don't know if I would have got any of this without the opportunities like the doors this opened up for me. But I'm going to stop now. And they were like, okay, Mia, like if you ever change your mind, let us know. Like that's like the email.
Oh my God.
Right. And then they talk about her saying that they're forcing you to sign a contract. And she's even clarified. She's like, hey, they don't force you. She says, yeah, they force you. And someone's like, how'd they force you? And then she's like, okay, well, so they say, here's a contract, like sign it. And then there's like 4 dudes around you. And it was like all this pressure. So it's like, okay, you still could technically say no, but I understand a lot, but like you're maybe a single woman in a room, 4 guys, maybe they're not sketchy. Like I understand the pressure. Right. But then they come with receipts that they sent her an email and we're like, hey, here's your contract. Look it over. Here, take a couple days, maybe give it to somebody. If you have any concerns or any changes, we'll discuss it. And they even set up a meeting for Monday to have a meeting to discuss the contract. She then, within 6 hours, sends it back signed. And is like, okay, She's like, and then they're like, okay, it's executed. And then she says, so that means I don't have to come to the meeting on Monday to discuss the contract. And they're like, no, if you don't want to, then it's all good.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. They came back with receipts. And then she has been like, I only did 11 scenes. Like everyone's saying I did so many scenes. It's impossible that I only made 1,200. I did 11 scenes.
12,000. Yeah,
12,000. Thank you. And then Bang Bros came back with links to 26 scenes from Bang Bros alone. Oh, and she worked with other companies.
What the fuck?
They came back with actual links. Like they were like, we have these videos.
Of course they do.
And like Bang Bros came back so hard, they made a website called like therealfacts.com or something like that. God. I can't remember what it was, but this story just like blew my mind. And then people thought maybe she got embarrassed or she thought if she gave shit to the porn companies, they just take all of her shit down. But that doesn't even seem to make sense because she's shitting on the porn industry, but she got back on an adult site this year before this most recent interview. So they're like, she's obviously not embarrassed by it.
Oh my God.
And so they're like, no one really knows why she's doing it.
She's probably trying to make more money.
Well, so I think that's it because literally recently, her ex-fiance of her came out and said he was the first victim. And he comes out with like a bunch of receipts too about how like she like used him and shit and was like she was actually married, but she didn't tell him, and her husband and her got off on like cuckoldry, and so she would like record him without him knowing, like them having sex, and send it to her husband, and she put a few of them online at some point or something like that. That's fucking nuts and shit like that, and he's like, she's a freak.
Yeah, that's.
But it's just like a crazy story, dude.
Shady shit.
I know.
Yeah.
The shade button, bro. Yeah, it was just nuts. I heard the story today and I was like, what? Okay, so an episode or 2 back, you mentioned how you liked to be on the chat roulette or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But do you ever remember like some of the fun stuff that came out of chat roulette?
Yeah.
Like, did you ever see Merton?
No.
He's a guy in like a green hoodie and he'd do freestyle piano songs.
Oh, that's great.
To like people that come up. He posted stuff on YouTube. It got pretty big, and like he hasn't done anything in a few years. But he did like post like, "Hey guys, I'm not dead. I'm just like doing my own thing." But because he never really did it for the fame, he just liked the improv of it. And so like one of my favorites was it went to the chat and this girl was like laying sideways, like it was mostly her face, and she's like laying on a pillow. So he starts playing like dun 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 dun, dun, you know, and he's like, "I wanna be horizontal like you," and I was just like, that's actually really good.
Yeah, that's funny.
And he has a whole bunch of them. They're really hilarious. But like Merton, you can find them on YouTube. They're hilarious though. I was really hoping that you saw them.
No,
you connect over them.
I saw the Jonas Brothers one time. I don't know if it was really them, but
dude, you're on a YouTube video being like, "The Jonas Brothers."
No,
it's the Jonas Brothers.
I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" I didn't like talk. I just like would chat with them.
I didn't like talk. I just like kind of jacked off.
No, I don't find any of them really attractive. Maybe Nick Jonas. Yeah, he's the only one though.
Is it because he's closer to
I didn't
death?
find him attractive then. I didn't like his like curly hair and like just weird.
Diabetes.
No. Oh my god, that's awful. No, I just didn't like. He just looked like, I don't know. I just wasn't into him.
I'm surprised you're into him now.
He's like got a nice body and like his face is nice. He cut his fucking hair off. Good.
Good. Approve. That curly shit out of here. Curly headed freak.
No. Now the people that have curly hair are not like, they're fine, but just like
it's just like the Greeks.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude.
You hear Tom Hanks moved to Greece, became a Greek citizen?
Yeah, I did hear that. I was like, oh shit, you running from them pedophilia people, man. You running,
dude,
bitch.
That was the only time because I was like, no, Tom Hanks is not a pedophile, guys. Stop me with this weird shit. And then he was there like, he became a Greek. If they said he just went to chill in Greece, I wouldn't have freaked out. I mean, I didn't freak out. But I wouldn't have been like anything because I would have been like, yeah, dude, there's like a virus. Like you have to stay away from people anyway. He's rich. He can get whatever he wants, wherever he wants. Why not? Like maybe he just like fucking likes Greece people. But then they're like, became a Greek citizen. And I was like, oh shit. So they'd have to extradite him?
No.
I was like, ooh, maybe.
Yeah. Like, he is like, I'm here, bitch.
That was like maybe
Doesn't
weird
Greece
about
have
it.
like no government too right now?
No. Just
like
anarchy down there. It's Mad Max. He's just living on a Mad Max pedophile island down there. No, their government just like sucked for a while and they like country went bankrupt. Which what does that even mean? Like,
yeah, I mean,
like is a bank gonna come and just like take cities away from people? Like, get out of here. Why?
Here's the thing, dude. Like
this belongs.
But like
to
the funny
bank.
thing is like the bank would say that, but then the government's like, remember when we bailed you out?
It'd be like, it's weird. You remember all that money you gave us for guns? We still have the guns. It's crazy. Yeah. So like, try me.
Yeah. I just don't get like national debt. Like,
oh, you remember that time I borrowed like $1 million for tanks? I still have them. It's crazy. You want to see some? I didn't think so.
I feel like national debt is just like a joke.
I feel like it's something politicians say so that you can start hating the other person.
Yeah, and I feel like too, it's like,
and it's always the other side's fault. There's no one that's just like collectively like, oh, it's like these 5 guys. It's either like all one side or all the other one, and it just depends on who you go to. Like, ask a Democrat, they're going to be like, oh, the Republicans did this, and then the companies did that, and boom, now we're in debt. It's all their fault. Then you go to Republicans, and they're like, oh, they were in squash markets, and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, oh, so you're all just liars.
Yeah, they're all filthy fucking liars. Dude. I just feel like debt, like national debt, is just like so they can tell us that, so we can't be mad at them when they don't give us like another fucking Corona bill.
Yeah, when you're like, hey guys, we might be dying out here, and then they're like, have you heard about the debt?
We have like $1.5 trillion, and we just got another $1.5 trillion to give you $1,200 check, you stupid little bitch.
But they're like, have you heard about like all this debt? Driver, take me away.
Yes.
Like, have you, bitch?
Driver, take me away. Ooh, I would slash a fucking tire and be like, try go anywhere, bitch. Fuck you. No. No.
Yeah. Ooh, sorry guys, I got a little rioty.
We're not Antifa over here, guys. Don't worry. Don't you worry if any Republicans follow us.
Actually, I want to know if any do. Like, not because I would be like crazy. The only thing I'd be surprised about, I mean, I guess I would be a little surprised. It's just like, I just don't know any. I don't know anyone. I know some more conservative people that smoke weed.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone that calls themselves a Republican.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Those
Like, I know
like
people.
God-fearing people.
Like, yeah, I know people that would be like, I mean, I'm going to vote mostly for Republicans, but you know, like, but they're like, I have my own views. I don't know anyone that's like, yeah, I'm a Republican that smokes weed. So I would be a little surprised if like, that's what you would like identify as. So if you do, let us know.
Yeah, you can DM us if you want to. You don't have to like say it on a comment so you don't get like annexed.
Yeah, just in case someone people be crazy out here, dude.
Dude, it's so nuts. Like at first,
here's the deal. I like whatever you believe. But all I'm saying is, isn't it funny that the people that are like, we need to be more fucking inclusive, will be like, Republican, get the fuck out of here before I kill you.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what happened to inclusivity?
It's just like there's just so many. Both sides are awful, dude.
I feel like both sides are in their own like echo chamber of hysteria. So it's like they're not talking to each other, and they're like if you fully subscribe to one, I feel like you're usually in an echo chamber of people just like yelling like, ah, and so then you're like, ah.
Dude, you know what pisses me off too? Is people are like, if you don't like America, you can fucking leave. I'm like, bitch, why can't I have a voice that says, I don't like this about the country that I fucking live in and pay taxes to?
I think the biggest thing is, and here's the deal, there's extremes on both sides, so both people will exist. But I think the biggest thing is, some people here, when you're like, the government, they're saying like, you don't like the idea of America. So they're like, then get out. Like, you don't like our country. And it's like, it doesn't mean I don't like being an American. It means I don't like people dying in my name. Or
yeah, or like,
or it's like, it means I don't like censorship. Like,
I don't like communism.
Yeah, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I could point at something from all directions, but it's like, that doesn't mean I don't like the idea of what we all kind of believe America's for, or at least we have told ourselves America's for. Like, why don't we shoot for that anymore?
Bro,
like,
I know, dude. Also, the way people throw communism around is nuts.
Dude, I don't think I'll be able to recognize a real fucking Nazi anymore because so many have been called. I'm like, I feel like a Nazi will be right in front of me. People are like, he's a Nazi. I'm like, you guys are just saying it again. It's going to be a boy cries wolf. And then all of a sudden I'm going to be in a camp and I'm be like, wow, you're right this time, guys. Or like a communist. It's like, just because someone's like, hey, I wish there was like more of a social net. They're like, oh, you fucking love Stalin? You sucking his dick, bro?
Yeah,
you're like, no, he does not suck the dick of a guy who killed millions.
But they're okay with fascism, you know? They're fine with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just craziness.
Yeah, it's nuts. I just, oh my God.
This almost felt therapeutic for me.
Yeah, guys, and you know, it's coming up. World War III.
Okay, wow. No,
I'm just kidding.
I said therapeutic. I'm feeling better about the world now. Dude, zoos. Do you like zoos? I have somewhere I'm going with this, but I actually just don't know your opinion on zoos.
Yes and no. Like, I like the idea of them. I don't like the mistreatment of animals in them. But like,
at the same time, I don't know what's true about that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and here's the end.
For sure.
I almost feel like zoos are a little bit like the porn industry. I know there's bad things that happen in the porn industry, but I don't think all the porn industry is bad. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think the idea of porn is bad. So it's like, I know there's probably zoos where abuses have, well, especially like some zoos that aren't like a bunch of scientists that are really trying to study animals. They're just like fucking Tiger King.
Oh my God.
Like those is for sure. Like maybe we should check those out, guys. But I don't know, because like there is some of the animals are already captive. Like part of it's too is like the system's already started. It's gonna be horrible for the animals if they end it.
No, yeah, no,
Do you know what I
I
mean?
get it. I get it. I just like, just treat them right, dude. Like they're being kept in a fucking cage. Like, be nice to them. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. Like that's all. Like,
No, I feel you.
have your
But do you
zoo.
enjoy going to the zoo? Let's get rid
Yeah,
of all.
I mean,
all
I
moral
do. If they don't
things.
have any moral things, yeah, I enjoy going to the zoo.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's fun.
Yeah, well, you want to hear something crazy interesting that like made me feel a little better about zoos in the most part? I didn't think about this, but last night I found this thing and I went down a rabbit hole.
No,
Animal.
hold on a second.
What?
The moment you press play on your YouTube channel, like when you queue things up, you are in a rabbit hole.
I mean, my whole
You
life
don't go
is just
down a rabbit hole. Like you're there. Like
I
you're
live
living.
in the rabbit hole. I come out sometimes. But a new one is like, I didn't think about this. How are animals doing and like not having guests in zoos?
Oh, I'm probably fucking
Like,
loving it.
what are they doing? So it depends on the species. And it's not like they haven't, at least from the stuff I was seeing, they haven't found any animal that's like, feels like it's thriving more. Do you know what I mean? It's just like indifference. Do you know what I mean? It's just like still living the same life. Or actually a little depressed. Like a lot of the primates, especially like the smarter ones, like chimpanzees, they can tell they're like missing the guests because like they watch the guests as much as guests watch them. So like a lot of their entertainment for the day is like fucking with people and like watching
Have
them.
you seen the orangutan ride? Oh, some of them. I'm not fucking taking a goddamn roller coaster ride through an orangutan park so they can swing
like,
on me.
or grab my head and then like it comes off like a Final Destination moment, bro.
I'm like, hell no. I'm sure there's like netting around you, but
Whatever, dude. There was fucking nets at Jurassic Park. Okay, and it stopped shit. Okay, listen to our
those are more
modern
like electrical fences.
listen to our modern fables. Okay,
Oh my God.
they are teachers.
Speaking of Fable,
Okay, I'm still on the zoo shit.
no, I know.
But
Back
yeah,
to the
Fable's
zoo.
coming out. If you're a gamer, woo woo. But anyway, but there like example 2 is like there was this emu who's like crazy sociable. Like he loves guests. He would like run up to guests. He'd become like their best friends. He loves taking pictures with guests. Loves guests. They realized he was getting sad. Like he was acting different. Like he wasn't his chipper self anymore. So then they started asking people from different departments he doesn't normally see to like come interact and like take pictures with him and like, or at least like point him out and like stare a little bit and like chippered him right up. He's like, okay, good. Get my attention.
so cute.
He's like a little diva. And they said the penguins seem to be missing people. Like they'll swim down and like look. Like, where are the people?
Oh, that's
Where
so
are the people?
sad.
Yeah, and so like some of those they're like are like figuring out ways to try to get like more keepers and stuff because they're understaffed now too. Or maybe not understaffed, like maybe they can work just fine, but like less staff. So like they're not getting the part-time help and stuff. They're like understaffed and stuff. And so but yeah, they're figuring out different ways. One keeper was talking about how the lion, he was just like walking, like not in the enclosure, but like they were like having a discussion or walking, and he came out and he like got startled. Like he's like, oh shit, people! Wow, ooh, people are here.
You know what I want to do is I want to go on those like safari reserve like things.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
We take like a trail and it's actual safari,
yeah, like you're in like a
but it's like a
car.
sanctuary kind of.
Africa, you want to really talk about animal conservation and like a lot of gray areas. Like some people will talk about, and some of it's bad again, but like big game hunting down there. Some of it is like that's actually how they make most of their money. So they kill off like some old ones that probably need to die anyway, or like normal wild would die, or whatever. Or like sometimes like one time an elephant tag went up because this elephant was big and old, but like it could beat the shit out of all the other males, and they needed to get it in like the new males to like start populating. So like it was time for this old dog to die because he was just beating the shit out of these other males, and they're like, guys, we need to diversify this population, and stuff like that. And so it's like that's like a crazy gray area because like sometimes they do need animals to die to like save animals. I was like, what do you do with that? That's weird.
I think that's okay. I just think like
No, I mean I think it's okay
shooting
too.
a cub is
but not like-
ridiculous.
Everyone thinks that's okay. That's what I'm saying. Like you get into weird spots. So like I think there's a lot of things with zoos that are like that too, where you're like, yeah, but this, and you're like, ooh.
I saw this like flyover one time of a abandoned like zoo / theme park in Japan that like was exposed to radiation when they had that big explosion. And they like went over the fucking
like from
pool.
the plant.
Yeah.
Okay.
They went over the pool of it, and there's a dolphin still there, and it was just like like floating.
So it must have been recent, like it swam in or something.
Well, no, it was like in a pool.
How could you see the dolphin?
From the flyover. It was just like like you could see the dorsal fin above the water, and it was just still. And people were like commenting like, "What the fuck? Get that fucking dolphin!" Like they were like, "Someone go and get it."
But that would have happened years ago.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. The dolphin was left
did
there.
the video happen
Like recently?
How long from video to explosion?
I don't know. You're asking too many questions right now.
Yeah,
It's
because
just-
I think maybe it might be impossible.
No, there was a dolphin that was like left there in the pool. Like they didn't
And would have
take it.
decayed.
I don't know.
Now you're seeing it.
I am seeing it.
So like, was this taken days after the explosion?
I have no clue.
Because then it's like, oh shit.
Still, people were going ape shit in the comments.
Yeah. R.I.P. Dolphin. Dolphin Coon. R.I.P. Dude, you know what I've been really enjoying? Prayer candles, like the Catholic prayer candles. I looked into buying a shit ton of them just to like have on. I don't know. I like having the candle with the artwork. Like if there was like Catholic candle like things, like there's a celebrity ones. I'd totally buy some of those. Or like other things that like don't look exactly like the prayer candles, but just had different artwork in front of like a 7-day candle. I'll buy those too. Maybe I'll start making them. I don't know. It was like cool.
You just love candles.
I do.
It's like kind of weird.
I love candles. I mean, it is kind of weird, but you know what? Not if we were like 100 years ago, it would have been light. Maybe I was a candle maker in a past life, saving people's lives.
I'm just making the candles over here, sir.
Like I'm some like poor orphan in England. Yeah. It was like with like charcoal on my face. Like,
yeah.
Candle, 1 pence, please. Or whatever it is.
One crumb of bread.
I know it's generally a pound in England, like the currency or whatever. But there's like so many other like words that like technically mean different like increments of like money. They're like there's like pence or something like that. And like quid. What's a quid?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Yeah, there's so much shit over
That's
there.
what I'm saying. Like they say things. I'm like, what's that mean?
Yeah.
They're like, it costs that much. And I was like, I have no idea the context of that.
You need 12 quid and 6 euros.
Yeah, or whatever. I mean,
and 5 shillings.
They use the pound, especially now.
And 5 shillings.
I don't think they do shillings anymore.
That's what I'm saying though. This is like 4 quid,
coins of
2 euros because they went down, 4 British pounds,
5 king's coins, 5
Royal Buckingham Palace from the gift
5
shop.
golden king coins.
Dude, Europe and their like old places, dude, are just fucking nuts to me. Just
that they have them.
Yeah, just to think that was like once it, like, God,
Like as far as like just like
Buckingham Palace and like fucking just anything.
you saying
like,
that it's like it was like an actual palace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like they have real legit
Like any castle in America is made.
It's not like a real castle.
Yeah, it's like made by a rich guy who's like, I'm a king.
Like Ireland has like tons of fucking castles.
Yeah. So like you're saying like we're just like the fact that there's like legit king buildings.
It's like, and like the thing too is like, okay, Americans think that like we originated the world. It's like in reality, we're from fucking England.
Well, I mean, we're
Some
from
of
a
us
lot
are.
of
Yeah.
places.
But like seriously though, like that's
like a million places.
That's like where like the thing started.
Like you're talking about like our like where we're coming from and like
yeah. It's crazy.
No, I feel you.
And like all the Roman shit in Italy.
Yeah, that shit's not the fact that the Colosseum's still here is like kind of mind blowing.
Dude. so fucking nuts to
And
me.
the pyramids are even older, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that too, dude. Africa has a lot of fucking history.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
this is a joke.
It's just so nuts to me too, like to think of Africa as a whole, because like you have so many like places in it because it's so fucking huge that you're just like you're all from Africa. Like,
Well, what's really crazy is have you ever seen one of those maps that shows how many countries fit into Africa?
no,
It's like China, the US, blah blah blah. It's like big countries that you're like, shit, the whole thing fits in Africa. It's like pretty nuts.
dude. It's so fucking.
Or like,
crazy.
have you seen a map of like how big Russia actually is?
Yeah,
Russia
has like a lot of like,
ginormous.
well, and they have a lot of places where they don't have people that live because it's so fucking cold and like too mountainous.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy. And dude, Russia is just nuts as a whole. Like everything Russia did in World War II is nuts. I'm just gonna give you a brief synopsis because I'm too much of a history nerd just to gloss over it. But long story short, more Russians died in World War II than the rest of the Allies and the Axis combined.
Oh wow,
More Russians died. And they had to do a second industrial revolution while they were being invaded because their industrial centers were by Germany. They started coming there. So then, crap, how did I forget his name? Crap. Anyways, the leader of the country.
Stalin, right?
I believe so. Yeah, Stalin. I sometimes, especially when I'm high, I was like, Lenin and Stalin get like too merged that I'm like, which one's the right name? But anyway, Stalin just blew up all the factories. And then like southern, like Russia was like, we need to build these factories up quick and start the war machine again. And they had basically had a second industrial revolution to like continue the war. It was nuts.
I also feel there like Russia is so like you don't really ever hear people like talk a lot, like besides the fact like, oh, Russia, but like no one has like super concrete facts. I feel like about
Russia
like,
almost
things.
feels mysterious. Like it still has mystery to it.
It's almost like they're still communist in like a weird way.
Like yeah, whereas like there might not be communist, but like still kind of feels the same. Like still kind of like the Reds.
Yeah, and they're like known as like the badasses and like the real hard people that like don't have emotions.
Survivors, bro.
That's what I'm saying though. Like that's the the mystique behind them. It just always has amazed me. Like I was like I to me Russia is like off guard. Like I can't like go to Russia because it's just in my mind. It's like you can't know what it has. Like that will destroy the mystique. Like you're not like I want to go to Moscow. Like I would love to go to Moscow, but no, I just don't think I can.
I feel you.
Because I'm just like I would think it'd be so overwhelming that I might just be trapped there.
All of a sudden, you're just coming out like Nyet. Wearing Adidas tracksuits.
If we have any Russian fans, let us know what it's like to live in Russia. I would love to know.
I don't think we have any that are living in Russia from our analytics, but if you're from Russia, even let us know.
Also, let us know what the weed culture is like in Russia, because shit,
if there is, because it might also be like crazy legal there. I'm not 100% sure, actually. I haven't ever looked it up. I'd be surprised if Putin was like, I love the Sif.
Yeah, maybe he's like, I love this stuff for me, but no one else.
I know, dude. That's like the thing that like a secret like stoner president that like doesn't even make it. Like I can understand if you were like in a time, especially if you did have like in general like conservative values, so like a Reagan time, but you did like weed and you didn't agree with all the things. Like maybe you didn't love the war on drugs, but you knew if you like were like weed, like you couldn't have your political career, but you cared. If you are at least that lighter on it than most people, like when they ask you, they're like, well, you know, I think there's discussions there, but and where the law's at, the law's at. If you're not at least like that, if you're like a dude that's like, nope, they have to harder regulations on weed or whatever, and then it comes out you were like a secret stoner, I'm like, you are so selfish.
For real,
like
dude.
you had the
Fuck
power
you.
so you could smoke as much weed as you want, but then you didn't let us smoke as much weed as we want.
Piece of shit.
Like you're so selfish.
Dude, I would love, this will never happen, but I would love to smoke with Barack Obama.
I'd never say never, bro. Who knows?
Brock, if you want to come on here, man.
Now,
hey.
yeah, never say never.
I'll let you quarantine my house and bring your Secret Service bitches up in here.
Here's the deal. This would get you in trouble with some people, or me, I mean, specifically, because I'm about to say it. But here's the deal. I'm going to say it. It's true. It's how I feel. There's very few presidents that I would deny if they were like, want to smoke? I'd be like, I think I have to.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
like, I guess so. Yeah. Like, yeah, it just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about that comedian? He was like a really liberal comedian, hated Bush, hated Cheney, bringing up all the things. He talked about doing like one of those political things where like a comedian will host. Did I ever tell you about this guy?
No.
He was like, Bush. He's like, I used to think Cheney was the absolute devil, but Bush is worse than Cheney. And here's why. He's like, Bush, horrible audience member. Didn't laugh at a single thing I said. He's like, Cheney, he's a horrible human being, but one thing I can say about him, this is a good audience member. He's like, I was railing into him. I was like, you guys are murdering babies. He was laughing and laughing.
Oh my God.
Like he was obviously being a hyperbole, but like he was like a liberal, very honest comedian. So he's making jabs at like the military industrial complex blowing up people. He's like, Cheney's laughing and laughing. He's like, well, at least that guy knows a good laugh. He's like, that's the day Bush was the absolute devil. I figured out.
That's hilarious.
And Cheney wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it'd be fucking nuts to smoke with a president or past president. I don't think I can smoke with Trump, but who knows?
Time heals all wounds, bro.
I just think I'd be quiet the whole time. Just be like, you can fucking take this.
No, here's the deal, dude. Okay, I am not pro-Trump, but what I'm saying about this is Trump to some degree is a people pleaser. And what I mean by that is he's such a narcissist. He wants everyone to like him if he can. So I think in a small room, he's going to be on the side of anyone in that room as long as you're not like coming against him. So like if he came on and we were just like, didn't bring up anything negative, like, you know what I mean? Like if we just like started neutrally, we probably end being like, he's had a lot of nice things about us. Like,
Of course. Yeah.
because he'd be like, this is the most fun I've ever had. And we'd be like,
This is the highest I've ever
it's
been.
like, I know he's a liar, but it's nice to hear it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? He's like, is this the best weed like ever? I think you guys are magic. And we'd be like, we're magic. I mean, I know he's a
I
liar.
love how we say this, but like weed is not legal everywhere. So of course the president is not going to like it.
I'm talking about in the future. Yeah.
Meet me in Colorado,
Yeah,
bro.
Obama not. Michelle aren't coming tomorrow, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What are your feelings? So like Michelle Obama spoke at the DNC, the Democratic National Convention. Why?
I think,
I mean, okay, here's the deal. If I'm doing like if we're talking about real politics, as far as like the football game that it is, you know what I mean? Like it's just like color commentary. It's just power moves. They're setting her up as a candidate for something eventually.
yeah, I think so.
Like she's setting up for a political career of some kind, if not a presidential bid, at least like a Speaker of the House, like, big time Congress mover. But in all seriousness, though, why? Like, I understand that we all kind of liked her. She did some cool things as first lady, but like,
I think for
why?
me, I think for
like,
a lot of
what is she
people-
doing right now?
I think for a lot of people, it's how involved she was when Barack was president. And you got to think too, we had 8 years of seeing like her like do different shit. And like, she hosted a lot of like charity events and like just was really involved like in America.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people gravitate towards her a lot, is because she's like the first lady to like, and not the first, because, Eleanor Roosevelt like did some crazy shit.
Yeah,
and,
but
like,
it was the first lady in a minute.
it's like actually been involved and not just been a fucking statue or like a symbol, like she's like, I want to like make a difference. And I think that's why people love, and she's like, from the way she talks and stuff, like she seems super sweet and like, just
So does every politician.
true. Well, not everyone, but Mitch McConnell,
Mitch McConnell is just an angry
I wanna
snapping turtle.
slap
Dude.
that bitch.
Dude, he's just an angry snapping turtle.
I can't even look at him.
I want to see Mitch McConnell eat lettuce so bad.
I know.
Could you imagine? He just like,
Oh my god, dude.
It's just like, dude, it fucking look like Franklin, dude.
Dude, I don't. Okay, Republicans, I may not agree with all your views, but dude, can we just all agree to one thing? Just get McConnell out, please. Just him. Put whoever else you want in there. I don't give a fuck. Just get that bitch out. I can't stand him.
Him and the turtle.
He like thinks he has like ultimate power. I'm just like, fuck you, bitch.
Or a banana. Oh
god. Yeah. Dude,
Franklin, dude.
Oh god. But yeah, I think it is kind of hilarious that she did speak. But I think
she had one of the longest ones.
Well, the Republicans are saying that they're going to have shit like that too. Like the people who shot the gun or who pulled out the guns against, they're speaking.
Yeah, I know. Which I thought was a weird pull, just in general. Like I was like, I understand like this weird talk about it, but it's like, who they?
Yeah, like why are you bringing? Like, why are you giving them attention? Are they like some investor that you guys have or some shit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's just weird that you're bringing them to that. You know what I mean? Like
it just doesn't make any sense.
That's what I'm saying. Like. Send out a tweet about it.
Like Michelle makes sense because she like literally lived in the White House.
Well, Michelle makes more sense because she's connected in some real way.
But I think some people are like
Mitt Romney's wife doing something would be weird in my opinion as well. Sure. But at the same time, like it's not as weird as like that couple.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
For
like,
sure.
Like if they're like Mitt Romney's wife's gonna say something, I'd be like, why? But I'd be like, okay, like I understand it. This couple, I'm like, why? Yeah. Like it's just interesting.
I feel bad for Trump's wife because I think she really is a sweet person.
No, I feel bad for Trump's wife. This is not what she signed up for, and you can see it every day on her fucking face.
Yeah, she does not want this.
She honestly, I think there's a lot of indications that Trump did not think he was going to win for a long time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like he ran his race, to make noise. And I think he thought he was not going to win, and he was just going to blame some media stuff, and then he was just going to have a good time.
Did you hear about on election night, like
you know what I mean?
He was like supposedly quoted of saying? He was like in the middle, like mid.
See, I think he thought, oh, it's mid-election.
It was mid-election, like when they were counting the votes still, and he's like, I'm not going to win. There's no way I'm going to win. He's like, Hillary's going to beat me.
Election?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I think he thought he was going to win by then.
I don't know. That's what people were saying that he didn't, or that he was at least like joking or insinuating that he could potentially not win.
Well, here's the deal. I mean, it was like a 50-50. So like, I don't think he was like, I'm a shoe-in. So I do think he probably was like, realistically, I could lose this. But I think he knew he was going to win by then.
No, Howard Stern said that actually. Now I remember hearing that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like that's my main point about Trump. If you talk to a lot of celebrities, or like a lot of celebrities have talked about it, they're like, this is kind of not the guy I knew.
Yeah,
and I think it's because like he's playing a large scale game to get as many chess pieces. Like he's like, I know like people want like throw all this like certain like empathy talk towards him and stuff. You know what I mean? Like he just doesn't like his view is not. I don't think his view is other. I think his view is inner. Do you know what I mean? So his whole view is him winning or him playing a game, not these are the groups I like.
Well, he's looking at what I'm saying. He's also looking at it from like a business perspective.
That's what I'm saying. It's a win. It's a win.
Yeah, but it's like how he's always done it, which has proven not to be successful, and so it's like not going to be successful. It's kind of like where I'm going with it. Is how I feel about it. Like
I don't think I understand your point because he is president, so it was successful.
No, but I'm saying like how he's driving the country now is not like it's
right. But I mean, I'm not talking about success.
Yeah, and he's made businesses.
I'm not talking about success. I'm talking about what he does though. Like he's doing it in a way that's like just him. He's looking at himself. So it's like he's not appealing to groups that he actually wants or likes, or he probably has really not a real opinion about the group. Yeah, that he's pandering to. He's just pandering to groups to be like, I know I can get these people. I know I can get these people. And if I get enough people, I win. And like, if you talk to celebrities, these celebrities have talked about him. Like, they're like, yeah, he's narcissistic, but he's fun. And it's because I think he just wants, in general, like interpersonally, do you know what I mean? Not like a wide scale game. Interpersonally, he's narcissistic and just wants everyone to like him. So I think he probably, like, besides the shitty things he's done, and I'm not like forgiving any of them or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, probably be a fun hang. Like,
no, for sure.
Like in the 90s, he's probably a great hang. Like, and that's what honestly, but all that to say about Melania is like, that's why I think she was signing up for.
Yeah.
Was like, okay, it's all gonna be about him, but he's gonna give me nice things. I stroke his ego.
Well, he's basically like a sugar daddy.
Yeah, exactly. And then now she has all this scrutiny on her, and like people are just throwing hate and hate and hate.
I'm sure.
And she was like, I was just trying to live like rich. That's all I was trying to do. And you brought all this shit into my life.
I'm sure too, like she probably doesn't agree with some of the stuff that he's doing. Like
probably.
personally. And so I think that too could be like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah. And so she's getting flack for it. And she's like, I don't even think he likes it. I know I don't like it. Like,
my kids don't like it.
He's just playing into all of his mental health things that I could ignore when he was buying me nice things and no one cared.
Right. Dude. Yeah. It's fucking nuts.
Dude. And yeah. And it's been kind of hilarious to see like certain like politicians kind of snub him like internationally. Like that one, I think it was like a German dude's. I can't remember, but like his wife not skipping Trump's hand and just shaking Melania's.
Yeah. Remember the was it Japanese or Chinese like delegate who like faked? No, it was the wife of a Chinese like one of their officials. She faked not knowing how to speak English, so she didn't have to talk.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It was someone from China or someone from Asia that did that. But I was like, that's fucking hilarious for him to be like, no, I didn't, you know, and
yeah,
he'd be like, okay, and move on, and just be like, fuck that guy.
And then to Melania, how you doing, darling?
Right,
dude.
Well, no, hold on a second. The Mike, there was one thing where Mike Pence went to Ireland, and Ireland has a gay prime minister right now.
Yeah,
and he made him meet his husband.
That's hilarious.
I was like, yes.
Well, made him. Was he trying not to?
Yeah, like it was supposed to be just him and Mike Pence.
Oh, and he brought
his husband. It's like, hey, this is my husband, and he made like he had them shake hands.
Okay.
I was like, ooh. Mike Pence, dude, I just cannot. Ugh.
I genuinely don't know enough about him.
It's just all the anti-LGBTQ shit that he's done in the past. It's just like, fuck you, dude.
I feel you. You
Cool.
saying that thing about the like Asian politician's wife reminded me of that like Chinese ambassador in England when they were showing him all the burning files, and he was just like, I can't see anything on the TV screen.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I was like, that's all the proof you need to be like, oh shit, about the Chinese government is that they can make a grown man in a position of relative power look at a TV screen to a television audit like studio and just go, there's nothing on the screen. And then everyone goes, you can't see that? And they're like, you can? You can see that on the I can't see anything on the screen.
I've gone blind for a second.
Yeah, when you can make a grown man just be like, nope, I'm not.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna lie knowingly.
Right.
It's like, you know, there's something scary behind that, dude.
There's some power.
Yeah, there's something scary behind that. He's like, I love my family. I can't see anything on that TV.
That was nuts though, like saying all that shit.
Yeah, dude.
And they're like, burn everything.
I know, dude.
I just imagine someone like getting on call and be like, you need to fucking tear down that building and burn everything inside of it.
I mean, basically. I mean, it's probably though, they probably just have a word. Like they call and they're probably just like, come on, oh dragon. And then you're like, and then they're like, oh no. And they're like, everyone burn everything.
Come on, no dragon.
They're all just bringing out like Boring Company from Elon Musk, like flamethrowers, and like,
right. Oh God. They actually had like barbed wire fence.
Walking in like the fucking guy from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with the flamethrower.
They had a barbed wire fence across the top of their whole property. And like cameras everywhere.
They were like, we're not getting water gated.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think it's a good place to end it.
Me too.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much if you stayed along with us this entire time. Yeah, I'm at like a 6.
Really?
Yeah, I'm kind of down.
I'm like at like a 7.58.
Oh shit.
Dude, there were some times in there I was just on autopilot.
Oh yeah, no, I could tell.
I was just like, keep talking because
yeah, guys. So if you guys like what you heard, and you know you want to support us, definitely give us a like on Instagram. Listen to us on all your podcast apps.
Yeah, leave likes, reviews, whatever. All the interaction helps. So please just interact, share with your friends. If you want to follow us on Twitter, we're at SWU Podcast. And if you want to email us, we're smokewithuspodcast@gmail.com.
If you guys have any questions, DM on Insta or email us, and we will try to answer them.
And we're going to send you out how we always do with St. Warhead's Sparkler.
Smoke weed every day.
I've been wavy for the longest, need the rest of y'all to catch up to me. Turping gravy for my bong hit, so every hit is extra gooey. Then I light it extra doobie, get high while I Netflix movies. Pass it to my baby, muffled coffee in my face next to boobies. I like to get high a lot, I like to get high a lot. My girls take smaller dabs because we have to buy a lot. I hate it when my lighter's lost, don't you too? That shit sucks, anywho I got shit to do. Need a smoker then after fuck, no I don't wanna work with you. All you other rappers suck, I told you I got work to do. So will you please get off my nuts? Sorry, don't think I'm high enough. Nope, light another up. Coughing while we mob and drop the glob. And when the glow is up, 99 problems think I solved until I sober up. My squad do this often, we hot boxing if we pulling up.
99 problems think I solved until I sober up. My squad do this often, we hot boxing if we pull
I like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a spark. Dabs got my fingers sticky like I'm Peter Parker. Feeling like a king, scrolling memes with scenes from Arthur. Sauce has terpenes, diamonds looking like it's tartar. All my friends grow weed, we got some inner city farmers. It don't matter if you broke or not, you can find a way to smoke some pot. Every spot is overstocked and every block an open shop. And everybody's high, you can't even find a sober cop. Every night I'm stoned, then I zone out and play Overwatch. Then I get hungry as I'm looking for some shows to watch. Baby plug me with some munchies, all of a sudden I'm dozing off.
Then I get hungry as I'm looking for some shows to watch. Baby plug me with some munchies, all of a sudden I'm
I
done.
like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my hair, like
Let's get drip.
it light up like a sparkler.